Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Good evening. So today I'm actually going to kickstart my actual uh, business videos on this page because I told you right in the beginning when I started off this session of videos that eventually I would be switching over to sharing knowledge about what I do as a business. And if you have noticed, I have also renamed my page recently to align with my business. So I run a company called Profit 360, and what I do here is I share my years of experience gained from a host of mistakes which I've made. I share these experiences with other business owners, particularly small and medium business owners, so that they can avoid making those same mistakes. They can course correct, and move a little more seamlessly forward in their business and increase their profitability. I say profitability for a reason because uh, I don't focus only on increasing sales, for example. I also look at the kind of purchase procurement plan that the business owner has, the kind of inventory management system he has in place, he or she, um, the kind of customer engagement activity that is being performed, that is in place, and of course, on the sales and the complete analysis of the sales. All these four parameters have to be looked into if you have to help a business grow holistically. So that's what I do. I mean, I've made, as I said, enough and more mistakes in the field of business. So I've got a lot of learnings to take from and share with my clients. So today I will touch upon one aspect which is very, very close to my heart, which is customer engagement. There are only three basic ways to increase uh, your sales. One is to sell to more customers. That means acquire more customers so that you have a larger customer base. This is what most people focus on. But there are two other ways that are equally important. So, number two is to sell more products to your existing customers. That means you increase your product portfolio or your service portfolio and offer more products or services to the customer. So it becomes more of a become more of a one-stop solution provider. And the third is to sell more frequently or more often to your existing customers. Now this is typically true in a retail business. I'm sure many of you would have noticed, in the FMCG market, uh, the 1 kilo packets became slightly smaller to 800 grams. 500-gram packets came down to 400. 250 grams became 200. 150 grams became 100. You even have 50-gram packets. What happens when you buy these smaller packets? You have to keep going more and more often, right, to the shop to procure them. And when you do that, they may or the manufacturers may also put in some added freebie, a new product for you to taste and try to get you hooked onto that product as well. This is a typical marketing tactic which goes on today. And more importantly, the smaller the packet, the cost goes up because your packaging cost increases. For the same 1 kilo of product where you are making two 500-gram packets, now you have to make a 400, a 400, and a 200, so three packings. So there's a route there for the manufacturers to increase the price, or rather maintain the price but give you less product, which is what they have done in most cases. A few people are aware of it. A few people are aware of it. Some people are not aware of it. Those of you who didn't know, that's I'm just sharing it with you. This is one of the tactics which are used by many people. You do not have the huge bulk packets available in the many of the stores nowadays. Everybody goes for the small packaging. The advantage to the consumer is that okay, he doesn't have to spend too much money upfront. So some like it, some don't like it. It's the way of the world. But that is just one tactic. That is as far as your products over the counter go. In services, what people do is they generally break down the services into smaller parts. So one part will consist of just one aspect of the service. So then if you want more, you subscribe to the next part. If you want still more, subscribe to the next part. If you look at many of the programs available for downloads in many of the applications, it's all software as a service. It's basically free to download first. Maybe you'll have a trial version for a week or 2 weeks, after which you will have to subscribe for a basic fee in which you will get a few features. If you want a little more flexibility and customizability, you have to pay a little bit more. And if you want the full-fledged availability of every feature, it costs you much, much more. This is the way people price it out. So these are all tactics of making the customer, they attack different target segments. So some customers may prefer to stick with the free version, and after that they may not, they may go to some other program. Some who like it, they may subscribe to the base version and use it for as long as possible until their requirements become so complicated that they have to subscribe to the next version. So this is the one way, some of the ways that the manufacturers or service providers use to make their customers buy more often. Selling more products, of course, is a no-brainer. You just increase your product portfolio. Now, if you have to do all this, you have to keep engaging with your customers. I mean, it's no point in doing all this if your customers are not going to be visiting your showroom or visiting your website or downloading your app from the Play Store or Apple Store or whatever. So, what do custom manufacturers or companies do to engage their customers? The bigger companies have a dedicated department to look into this, but small and medium business owners suffer the most in this segment because, by the very nature of their business, they tend to focus on the large volume customers. But they are generally few. We all know the 80-20 rule. 80% of your business generally comes from 20% of your customers, which means the remaining 80% of your customers, who constitute only 20% of your business volume, are not often taken care of in the way that they should be. I have experienced the problems from this myself. The thing, the issue here is that somebody who is a small customer today may become a major customer in 2 years' time or 3 years' time, or out of the satisfaction he derives from the interaction with us, he may refer us to his principals or a bigger company whom he knows, whose requirement is very huge. We never know. Unless we are in touch with him, we will never know. So, customer engagement, being in touch with your customer on a regular basis, is very, very important for all business owners, whether big or small. And the smaller you are, the more important it is because you are dependent on your customers for your survival. When you become, I mean, we are all dependent on the customers for survival, but your dependence is much more when you're small because you rub a few on the wrong side and they can spread the word very fast that you are not good or you're not treating them right, and your reputation will plummet in no time, and suddenly you will find your business takes a nosedive. Bigger businesses can withstand negative feedback. They have a lot of public relations activities to fight negative feedback, all those things. But small people cannot afford to spend their time in all this. They're too busy running the business. They're too busy existing from day to day. So that is why I am focusing all my attention on this segment, the segment where typically the business owner has it all here. Everything he has to do is here. He may prepare a to-do list on his phone and he may tick off a few, but at the end of the day, he relies on his brain to tell him, okay, I've not done this, I should have done this today. Positively, I have to do it tomorrow, otherwise, it will not happen. So they're always focusing on operations of the business rather than on the expansion of the business. And the only way to get out of that operation mode and get into the ownership mode is to take control of your business. You should know what data of the business you should have in your palm. My father always used to say, you should have the pulse of the business in your mind always. So that is very important. And I help business owners to get into that frame of mind. I help them to organize their data, help them understand the importance of extracting the relevant data from their databases. They may be using ERP, they may be using different software, but I found that mostly the data is just there, not really used the way it should be. Even the basic analysis, sometimes people fail to do. It's not that they don't want to do, it's not that they don't know to do, it's just that they don't have the time to do after all the other things that they have to do. So I help them set aside a time, make them understand the importance, help them find a way to set aside a certain time, maybe appoint someone to do it. I guide them through the process, get them to have the whole basic basic dashboard of their business visible to them so that they can make better decisions and help themselves grow. I mean, it's not as if I go and work for them. I empower them to do what is necessary to grow. That is basically what I do. So that's it for now. This is basically an introduction to my business and what I have created this page for and what I've created my YouTube channel for. And I will be sharing small tips in my future videos about what we can do to avoid many of the common pitfalls in business. So that is my aim of starting this session of videos. And I'm getting into the whole nitty-gritty right now after about a month of trial with live videos and all that. So looking forward to your feedback. If you like this video, please like it. Please share it on your timeline if you're on Facebook. If you're watching it on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel and share the video with your friends. And please comment. Please feel to let me know what you think about this, whether it is useful, whether I can present it some other way. I'm open to suggestion. It's not that I'm only going to do it this way. I would like to hear your feedback so that I can add more value as this flow goes on. I mean, I don't want to just stick into one path. Life is all about growth and evolution and change. So I'm ready, provided I get the feedback. So please let me know how you liked it and what more you'd like to hear. That's it for now. So until next time, stay home, go out only if necessary, stay safe, keep yourself safe by wearing your mask and sanitizing yourself, get yourself vaccinated, and above all, keep smiling because just the smile on your face will change the tone of the voice that comes out of your mouth. If you haven't tried it, just try it. Until next time, ta-da!